I'm back with Marsha Goldberg. Marsha, I love tomatoes, and I wish you would show me some of your secrets on how to grow great tomatoes.
It'd be my pleasure.
Perfect.
First of all, we dig a very deep hole for each plant.
Okay. Now, first of all, actually, I notice you've got a lot of mulching around here with the straw. Is that important when you're
Very
growing?
important. In our part of the world, with all of the fungal diseases that are quite prevalent, they're all born in the soil, and because of that, you have to make sure that you cover that soil.
Okay.
So when you're watering the plants, if you don't cover the soil and it splashes back up on the plants, on the lower leaves, and you've got fungus.
Okay.
Especially at the later part of the season when it gets a little colder at night.
Okay.
So this way we're also maintaining an even moisture content for fruit development and plant development. So
There's a big rock. I'll get that one.
You got a rock.
Now,
Thank you.
You're also going down pretty deep. Is there a significance in digging a deep hole like that?
Well, you want to get the root zone down as far as possible. And when you can plant them this deep, we got another rock in there. And there we go. Now we're good. Oh. We're finding
lots of organic stuff.
We're finding treasures. And you take the plant out of the pot and all the leaves off this lower portion, so that we can actually place the plant right there at ground level, so just the top is showing.
Okay.
What will happen is that the plant will grow roots all along here.
Right.
So you've got a huge root zone down here and an additional root zone, and then they will spread out through the ground.
Okay.
And the more roots, the better fruit development.
Perfect. Now, this is sort of a unique one. What make is that one?
This is called Sicilian saucer. It's a Sicilian saucer, an Italian heirloom, new to me last year. And it is a beautiful flattened beefsteak, kind of an orange-red color, and amazing slicer and flavor.
Is that really?
Just fabulous. And produces well in our part of the world.
Yeah.
Sometimes people love the larger tomatoes, but they don't always mature here. So we always are experimenting with varieties that have quicker maturity dates.
Oh, okay.
And this is definitely one of the winners, so we're growing it again.
Great. Now, I interrupted you. You were about to put some mycorrhiza, looks like.
Yes, I am, to start. A good little sprinkle, and then, of course, you mix it up. And everything, when you put in anything in the holes, you got to mix it up really, really good.
Okay.
And a little bit of green sand, which is actually green sand.
It is, too.
And it's full of potassium, and potassium is one of those ingredients that tomatoes really need. It also has magnesium in it, which is really one of the secrets of especially Italian and English gardeners from days gone by.
Okay.
You can also use Epsom salts for the same reason, and it's really important to have that for your fruit set.
Right, okay.
So then we bury this little lady right up to where those leaves were.
Yeah, it's often hard for people to get around that concept because we're always telling them don't bury it any lower than the root level.
Tomatoes are very different.
Yes.
Very different that way. They will start to shoot out roots all over the place. Better roots, better fruit.
Perfect.
There we are.
Now, I notice you've got a watering can, and it's not just straight water. What have you got in there?
Well, to get them started at this stage, they're huge users of nitrogen, and one of the best sources readily available to the plant is liquid fish fertilizer.
Oh, okay.
We give them a good little drink after we plant them.
Perfect.
And if anyone's ever tried to put tomato cages or staking around tomatoes when they get older, will know that it's always wise
do it early.
To do it early.
Yes.
These are fabulous, especially for bush-type tomatoes like these are. And you just put it around when they're little, and then they can just grow quite happily after that.
Perfect. Well, Marsha, perfect. Now, you've got a great location to plant tomatoes here, too, don't you?
Well, it's a southwest-facing slope in a valley, so we have a huge amount of heat. It's a real microclimate, and tomatoes being tropical plants love it. As long as they get their water, they will grow and do extremely well.
Great. Well, thanks for showing us your secrets.
You're very welcome.